next time you go to the grocery store, guys, and you're in line, I want y'all to look and see what kind of food that the person in front of you is putting on the checkout counter. I want you to look at what's in the basket of the person in front of you. 90% of the time, it is some absolute slop ass food. And I want you to look at the person who's putting that food up on the damn thing, because that's what you're gonna become if you keep eating that slop ass food and you don't exercise. Go to Walmart, and you'll find, or like Walmart, any grocery store, it doesn't even need to be Walmart. When you're going on a diet, you're gonna notice one thing, that when you change to a diet, to healthy eating, when you get to that point in your life, which a diet is worth it, you're gonna notice that 90% of the food in the store is poison. It's processed garbage. It is all crap that you cannot eat. And you get to a point when you're dieting, when you're very consistent in a diet and it becomes part of your life, this food, this like processed food, no longer looks appealing. You don't feel a craving towards it. In fact, it starts to repel you. It starts repulsing you. Like, one of the worst aisles, honestly, is the aisles full of those bags of chips. Full of the big fucking king size chip bags. Dude, that is like some of the worst, fucking nastiest food ever out there. And I remember when I used to eat that garbage, I used to eat that crap, man. I used to get the box of goldfish. The gigantic king size box of goldfish. During my gamer days, when I was a gamer. And I remember I used to eat the box of goldfish for like 2 days straight. I would, for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. That was my diet. Eating the box of goldfish. I'm serious. I would like wake up, boot up my computer, hop on some fucking video game on Steam. I would load up Discord, and I would have that big ass box of goldfish next to me, just shoveling fucking handfuls of goldfish into my mouth, eating it. And guys, it was so good. It was delicious. I'm not gonna lie to you. It was delicious. And I would just eat it all day, eating all that sodium and carbs and bullshit, while smoking weed, while playing video games, jacking off. That was a really dark time in my life. And guys, I don't want you to end up like the rest of society. I want you to go to the grocery store and look around. Just the obesity epidemic we have in America is out of fucking control. Out of control. If you're a man that wants a healthy woman, if you want a woman that's skinny, that's a rarity nowadays. That's a fucking rarity. Is that insane? Is that too much to fucking ask? It's crazy, because it's making the pool, the dating pool of women. If you're a man that wants a healthy woman, if you want an athletic, fit woman, your options are being decimated so badly. So many of these women out here are just fucking overweight as fuck. They're huge. And it just makes it just sucks. Like, there's just less options available. If you're a man who wants like a respectful, self-respecting woman that takes care of herself, it's quite unfortunate, but that's not the reality we live in right now. It's just not. Your options are these big humongos, and you know, if you do find a skinny woman, you can cross off even more off that. I'm not even gonna go into that rabbit hole, but it's just insane how many women out there just go on a dating app or something, man. They're all big as fuck. Like 60%, I want to say it's 60 to 70%, and now it's become the new normal. And guys aren't any better. It's honestly, it makes me sick every single day, everywhere I go, every single day. Every freaking dude has a beer belly. Why does every man have a damn beer belly? It's getting freaking ridiculous, man. Like, it's getting absolutely ridiculous. And if you're a guy where you're on your grind, where you're on your shit, you go to the gym, you're healthy, you have a diet, you really are in the top 10%. You really are. You're part of the top 10% because you're not overweight, you're not obese, you're not... So many things you can do. The more healthy things you do, guys, it's going to elevate you as a person. Especially if you're a woman watching this and you're healthy, if you're a woman that eats healthy, if you're a woman that goes running, goes swimming, goes to the gym, you're automatically in the top 10% of women. You're gonna be one of the hottest women, at least in America, at least in the United States. And by the way, guys, this pertains to my experience in the United States. And let me share a quick story with y'all. For about a year, I lived in Germany. I lived in Germany for about a year of my life, and I remember how healthy everyone looked. I remember how beautiful the women were, and I remember how, like, they were all thin. They were thin. They had long, nice hair. It was like the average German girl. An average German woman was like a 9 out of 10 American woman. I shit you not. I don't think I saw like a fat chick at all my entire time there. I went to several different cities. I went all over the place. I went to fucking Berlin. I went to Trier. And all the women were beautiful. All of them looked healthy. They looked healthy. Their skin was nice. They had long, nice hair. They were dressed nice. It was weird. And I almost forgot like fat people existed. I forgot that overweight people existed. I really did. And I remember coming back to America, landing in the airports, and immediately seeing gigantic people in scooters in the airports. Huge people. Like instantly, the second I landed. And I went back and forth to Germany several times, and every time it was like that. One of my friends I went to school with, he went to Japan. And he had the same shock. He told me, he was like, he stayed in Japan for a little bit. The clothes, all the clothes and stuff were just, you know, nice and thin. He's like a skinny guy like me. He was in Japan for a while and he forgot about the obesity problem. All the beautiful thin women and thin men. He said when he came back to America, said the same story. He told me the same story. He said he landed in the airport and it was full of fucking fucking huge motherfuckers everywhere. Big motherfuckers, like big fat motherfuckers walking around. And it's just shocking, guys. Like, it's become this like normality, and like another thing I see online is men kind of like normalizing, like, oh, I like my girls thick. You know, if she ain't thick, she ain't it. It's like that's the new normal, guys. Like, there's men glorifying this. There's men glorifying women being fucking huge. We need to stop glorifying that, man. We need to stop. It's just encouraging. Like, first there was the body positivity movement, and that was a fucking hole that left a scar in society. The body positivity movement was one of the worst things one of the worst movements ever, and it coped and psyched out so many people, and it left irreversible damage on society because it told everyone that it was okay to let yourself go, to just love yourself, that it's okay, it's okay, it's fine, just let yourself go. You don't need to feel shamed by society to be healthy. But it's causing real problems now. There is real issues happening. Most of the country is not eligible to join the military. It was something like 70 or 80% of men do not meet the requirements to join the military because of health problems and obesity problems. Mostly because they're overweight. So, most of our male population is unfit to fight. America has become soft, guys. This is why Russia is beating us. This is why China is beating us. This is why a lot of these developing nations like India are growing faster than us. This is why we are a laughingstock. America has become lazy, complacent. People don't go outside anymore. People don't walk anymore. People don't run anymore. People do not have diets. Everyone eats fucking slop garbage. Everyone is just turning into these. It's the movie WALL-E. Guys, the movie WALL-E is low-key like a fucking red-pilled ass movie. It is. It shows where society is headed. That, you know, it's almost gonna be like this society of like these huge people that are, you know, robots are catering. And don't even get me started when we have AI, when we have androids and shit, it's only gonna get worse. So this is the best time if you are a healthy person, if you are someone on a diet, someone who works out. Congratulations, you are part of a new social order. That's what's going to start happening. There's going to be 2 tiers of society, and it's already becoming like that. You see this with the social media influencers. You see this with the looks-maxing community. You see this with the, you know, just the people in the gym. You know, it's a different race of humans. There's the subhumans that are overweight, that are unhealthy, eating slop. They can't control themselves. They're just biological machines, just continuing to consume and become bigger and bigger, and they become like worker ants, worker drones, and they work some unfulfilling job, and they get their paycheck, and they just become part of this lower tier of society. And you're gonna start, this is already happening. You go online, you see the beautiful people, you see the influencers, you see the people that have the 6-packs, that are in peak physical condition, the ones that are healthy and they're extremely good looking, right? And this is the next tier of society. This is a tier of society that's forming. Same thing with women. These extremely beautiful women that are going to the gym, that eat right, that take care of themselves. And it's almost like a completely different species, right? You take a slopped out subhuman and put them next to someone who is like going to the gym, someone who works out, someone who has a diet, someone who is like a normal and like peak physical condition. They look like 2 different species. They do. And it affects, like, guys, you know, being overweight, it affects your physical appearance, it affects your face, it affects the aura you give off, the vibe you give off. If you are one of these people that's unhealthy, that's overweight, that's struggling, guys, you gotta break out of this shit. And you gotta fucking get on a diet. You need to exercise. You need to lose that weight, because if you want to be the best of the best, this is what you're gonna have to sacrifice. You're gonna have to sacrifice that slop, that processed garbage. You're gonna have to sacrifice the soda. Stop drinking the fucking Coca-Cola. Stop drinking the fucking Pepsi. Stop, dude. Stop going to fucking Taco Bell, McDonald's, all these fucking slop factories, slop farms. Stop eating the freaking garbage ass fried chicken, greasy ass food. It's honestly disgusting. Yo, and you go to the gym, when you become healthy, or if you're a healthy person, you're gonna notice it's weird. There's like families full of these like sloppos. Like, I see it all the time. I see families of sloppos. I see like the husband is like this big nasty guy, and then I see his wife is like some ugly ass fucking big old fucking hog, you know, with like missing teeth and shit, or just some big old fucking fat LaQuisha or something. And then I see their poor kids are following the same path. I see their children are falling into the same habit because the parents are indoctrinating them into the slopathon. You know, the food that they're feeding them, they're taking them out to eat all the time. They're getting takeout food. Yo, when I was a teenager, I worked at a fast food restaurant called Whataburger, and it used to infuriate me. Let me share y'all a story that used to infuriate me. I worked a drive-thru, and I could always tell when it was a fat person ordering the food, because they would order like the fucking jumbo fries and shit. They would, you know, they would double up everything. They would get the fucking triple meat. So they would pull up to the drive-thru speaker, and I could hear them like breathing, like, can I get the triple meat with the, can I get the fries a large, and can I get extra bacon and cheese on the burger? And then they're adding all this extra nonsense, and they're like, can I get on the side, I want to get a chocolate chip cookie or whatever. They would order this fucking sloppo combo, right? This crazy ass 3,000 calories worth of food. And then at the very end, you know, I always knew they would order the Diet Coke. They're like, and then with for the drink, a Diet Coke. Bro, it's like, you ordered the sloppo combo, the fucking triple meat fucking burger. You got the large fries, you got like a fucking side, like all this shit. Like this fucking 2,500 to 3,000 calories. And then you follow up by ordering a Diet Coke. That used to make me angry. I always wanted to tell them, like, you know, the fucking Diet Coke ain't helping you, right? I always wanted to say it so bad. Like, yo, you fucking, the Diet Coke ain't helping you, bro. It's not gonna save you. It doesn't make a difference. You already ordered this fucking crazy, nasty, greasy fucking slop burger that you're about to shove down your throat. And then you order a Diet Coke. Like, bro, you are indoctrinated. Someone who orders a Diet Coke, a big person that orders a Diet Coke, they're not aware. They're not self-aware. That Diet Coke is doing fucking nothing to help you. Donald Trump has a famous tweet. He said, "I never seen a thin person drinking Diet Coke." And it's fucking true, man. It is so true. Yo, and soda in general, guys, y'all gotta like let soda go. Soda is such a shitty fucking, soda will make you fucking fat. Soda will make your ass blow up. There is so much fucking sugar in that shit. So much sugar. I want you to look at like one of those pictures, like, oh, how much sugar is in the soda. You'll be like, you'll want to fucking throw up when you see how much sugar. It's like you're taking a fucking spoon and just putting spoonfuls of sugar in your mouth and just eating it. That's how much sugar is in soda. Yeah, guys, we need to be better. We need to be better as a society. We need to form a new society of healthy individuals. I'm getting really tired of unhealthy people. I'm getting tired of seeing them, of having to deal with them. It's infuriating me, honestly. It's really making me mad. Seeing where America is going, where we were, and the path we're headed down. And guys, China is way far ahead of us. They don't have an obesity epidemic. They're a society that is ascending. We are a society that is falling. We are an unhealthy, hedonistic society that prioritizes pleasure and comfort over progress. And we need to spread awareness. We need to really start putting it out there. Like, fuck the body positivity movement, guys. Fuck that. This is the new counterculture. What I'm telling you guys in this video, this is the new counterculture. This is the new body positivity movement. The new one is like the looks maxing, the fucking, you see these TikTok models, you see all these beautiful fucking people on TikTok and YouTube and fucking on TV and shit. You should want to be part of that. You should aspire to be like that. And a lot of us aren't born perfect, but the least you can do is be healthy. The least you can do, you can control your fucking weight. Don't make no fucking excuses. I don't want to fucking hear it. I've heard every single one. Oh, pineal gland. Bro, why the fuck is it 60 to 70% of society? 60 to 70% of society cannot be having a fucking thyroid problem. I hate that shit. Become like a diabetic, hedonistic, disgusting fucking society full of sad. Fuck, dude, it just really makes me angry. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of this shit. And you should be too. You should be fed up with this shit, man. And if you're one of these people that's bigger, yo, help fix the problem. Lose the weight. Lose the weight. Fasting. You could fast. You could diet. I don't care what you gotta do. I don't care if you gotta fucking smoke crack. Lose the weight. Stop making excuses, because it's only gonna get worse as you age. You're not getting any younger and you're not getting any thinner. Book a coaching down below in my link. If you're struggling with this kind of stuff, I've actually been on a diet for a long time. I can actually teach you a lot of strategies. I'm an expert at fasting. I'm an expert at dieting. So if you need help losing weight, hey, book a coaching call. I'll hold you accountable. Let's see what you can do. Let's see what we can do, guys. Put you on a plan, put you on a regimen, and really talk about avert disaster. And yeah, the coaching is $80. But I want you to ask yourself a question. Is $80 worth changing your life? Is $80 worth putting yourself in the right direction? Fuck yeah, it is. Bro, that is worth millions of dollars. Millions. It's gonna change your life forever. For the better. Be better. Be part of the new body positivity movement. And when I mean body positivity, I mean make your body positive. Create a positive body. Create a healthy body. Create a healthy mind. Goodbye.